Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Sister Sister, a podcast for spiritual baddies. And today's episode is going to be about astrocartography. And I
Say
can't
that
even say it once.
say that 3 times real fast.
I can't even say it once. So, Elle, please tell us what astrocartography is about.
So, this was an episode I wanted to do. Astrocartography adds really another dimension to how we kind of look at the stars when we were born, where we were born with the physical location, and it's a separate chart is what astrocartography is. There's gonna be so many bloopers from this episode. But you can discover places where you may feel most inspired, where you could find luck and love, and where you may go through like transformative rebirths. So, as explained by locational astrologer KJ Atlas, creator of Grove Almanac, astrocartography is a technique under the branch of locational astrology, or the study of your personal astrology through the lens of where you should live to complete your specific goals. Astrology is like a blueprint of how the stars make up who we are as individuals, with our natal charts revealing why we process the way we do, love who we do, communicate in certain ways, and more. Astrocartography adds another dimension to that on how we look at the stars, with, physical location and how that correlates to our chart, where you can discover, different places that are going to be better for you in different areas of life. According to Atlas, this is typically done by looking at an astrocartography map, which, that was created by by Jim Lewis. I tried to say James, by Jim Lewis in the 1970s. Similar to your birth chart, you will be shown a map of the world where the planets will have different lines, and there will be the point where you're born, and it'll focus on physical locations as like power spots in your chart and things like that. That is all from an interview on Mind Body Green blog, so that you guys know where you can find that information. Like I said, links will be in the descriptions of all these episodes. So where can you find this kind of chart, Amaya?
So, you can find this kind of chart at astro.com, and they will give you a general description of what's going on. Like calculating your birth chart, you will need your birth date, time, and location of where you were born. Once you input the information, you will get a world map with a bunch of colored lines running vertically and horizontally, and they will tell you about the different aspects of your life and where you would thrive or have hardships based on geography.
So we're going to talk about some of the planetary line meanings, but I also want to just like preface this episode with and we're going to talk about this in like takeaways too, but like just because like your astrocartography map says that this place is best for career growth doesn't mean you need to pick up your life and move there. There's other ways that this can appear in your life, which we'll talk about towards the end of the episode, but I did just want to preference it with like if you pull up this map at the beginning of this episode and are like, "Oh my gosh, I shouldn't be living here. It's a center of pain for me." There's other ways that this can show up in your life, even if you're living in a location that isn't directly on one of your lines or things like that. So, your sun line, your sun sign is your personality. Living or visiting close to the location could help you feel seen and acknowledged. It could also boost your self confidence and feel like you're more worthy in the world.
Your moon sign is your emotional state and how you process in your interpersonal space. Being close to your moon line would encourage you to go inward and process more of your emotions, and you may feel at home here. Very interesting.
So then your Mercury line is going to be your planet of communication. Going close to your Mercury line could increase your ability to express yourself to others and have a clear mind.
Your Venus sign is the planet of love, so traveling to or living close to your Venus line could open your heart and possibly help you meet a soulmate.
Then Mars is your sign of passion and sex drive. Ooh. You
Spicy.
might you might find that you become connected more to your purpose and what sparks your passions within you at this location with this line. You may also find that you have more passionate bedroom life in this area.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. I see you. Ju
Spicy.
Spicy. Jupiter is your planet of luck and expansion, so coming to this line is important when you're looking for more abundance and alignment in your life.
Now, your Saturn line. This may be a line that you necessarily don't want to be super close to all the time because Saturn is the planet of karmic lessons. When you're ready to step into a deep growth period, traveling or visiting somewhere that is on your Saturn line may be good to kind of finish out cycles of karmic lessons you have in your life and soul contracts. But it also, could be a period of growth where you meet someone who is from where your Saturn line is. So it's also good to know this whenever you're thinking about romantic partners and whether or not they actually are the love of your life or they're going to be a karmic partner that is going to just come and screw things up.
All people are not your soulmates. But anyway, Uranus is a planet of change and freedom. When you are in need of change and inner freedom, support to quit a job or leave a toxic relationship, traveling to your Uranus line might help you give the courage to make such change.
Now, your Neptune line. Neptune is the planet of illusions, dreams, and intuition. When you are looking to connect more with your intuition and break free of old ways of thinking, or in need of a vacation, travel to your Neptune line. This was one of the things I saw from like astrologers across the board was Neptune is your best place to travel your Neptune line. Like go there. That is where you want to be on vacation. Your vacation is going to go so much smoother.
Last but not least is Pluto. Pluto is the planet of rebirth and transformation. So when you're ready for a rebrand in your life, you want to change your hair, job, the way you look, go to your Pluto line to spark the shift.
So then something else that you're going to see on an astrocartography chart is your cardinal points. So these are things like your ascendant, your descendant, your midhaven, all of those good things. So your rising sign or your ascendant line, this is going to be a cardinal point for you. The cardinal points are more, I don't want to say more important, but they have like a lot more impact on you if you're living at a cardinal point or you're traveling to a cardinal point. So your rising slash ascendant point, this can be others' first impression of you and also what you are reaching towards in life. Going to your rising line could help you in your connection with others and how you show up in the world.
So next is your descendant. This deals with your relationships, and it's kind of important when you want to meet a potential partner. Not saying that this will be a definitive soulmate or someone that you're gonna live forever with. It just means it could bring someone to you that could be a potential person. Keyword here, potential.
Yeah, everything in astrology is based off of potential whenever it comes to things like love. So, your Venus signs being compatible may mean that you have more potential with someone, and meeting them on your descendant line in astrocartography may mean you are more likely to be compatible. But it doesn't mean that they're going to be the person you end up with forever. It just means there's more potential there for it.
People have free
So,
will, just remember that.
yes. I think we said that so many times this season. MC, which is your midhaven or midheaven, whichever you want to call it. And this has to do with your career. So go to this line placement when you're looking for career success and advancement. You may also find that, which I just like found this out today whenever I was reading my own astrocartography chart. Maybe you have a client or a new business partnership with someone that is from where your midheaven line is.
Icy line. I'm not really sure what the definitive term is for this, but it essentially has to do with your family and your home life. So come here when you're seeking home or you want to do healing inner child work associated with your upbringing and family. We all go through things in our life from when we're young, when we're growing up, when we're old, and it's important that with time we take care of ourselves and heal that so we can be the best versions of ourselves. So you would want to do this if you want to elevate yourself to the next level, but you still have obstacles that are in your way from getting you to that next point.
So, how can we use astrocartography in practice? What is the practicality of it? Because obviously, you can't just pick up and move to these locations depending on where you're at in your life and what you need. You can travel there, but let me tell you, it's a global map. So, your lines are going to be all over the world. And in this economy, I don't think so. um, but some practical uses for it, there is, for example, just because your career line is strongest in Australia doesn't mean you have to uproot your life. If you are wanting to upgrade your career life, you may find someone that is a new client, whatever, that could bring in a lot of success. Another example is, say your Venus line runs through the UK. That doesn't mean you'll never find love unless you travel there. You could meet someone who just moved to where you're at from the UK. There are a ton of ways to meet people that are from where your Venus line is that could also mean, because they're from there, that it correlates to your life because they have lived on that line. So, some overall takeaways: astrocartography is another great astrology tool to use, but it doesn't mean you have to drastically change your life because of what the map says. It simply means you may find more connections in places you go or with people from other parts of the world that you travel to in certain aspects of life, depending on where you go based on your lines.
Pretty simple and straightforward. Same thing with astrology. You might, and this is something we discussed in the last episode, you might want to dress as your Venus sign, but maybe you don't have the means to do so. It's not saying that you have to like spend a ton of money to dress like your Venus sign, but you can do so by thrifting pieces or maybe reincorporating staple pieces from your closet into new outfits. And in this economy, that's what you should be doing because everything is so expensive. Like, you're not just gonna buy a new pair of jeans for a singular outfit. You're gonna want to wear those jeans with multiple outfits. So you're gonna want to pair them with different kinds of tops so that you can have a casual outfit to a night out outfit and everything in between. So that's pretty much what our astrocartography. Oh my goodness. That's pretty
Astrocartography.
yes. So that's pretty much what astrocartography is. You want to use it as a tool, but it's not the end all be all. You still have free will, and that's that. So, moving forward with our episode, we would like to call in the astrology almanac with L. Astrology almanac. The astrology almanac with L.
Today, the moon enters Taurus, urging us to focus on ways you can bring more stability and security to your life. This can make you feel more confident. On the 26th, the last quarter moon in Gemini, you can sort through and clear out your ideas, finalize plans, and focus on a variety of ways to clean up over the next week. This can free up your mind. Then on the 28th, it's the moment we've been waiting for. Mercury retrograde comes to an end. And this means we can start getting back on track in the next few weeks. It can be easier for you to find balance in work and play, and you can get things done while also connecting to your heart. Mercury goes direct in the sign of Leo. On the 29th, Venus will enter Libra. This puts Venus in the sign of committed relationships, so you can feel more comfortable with commitment. You can be more pleasant and easier to get along with and want to spend more time with others as well.
Thank God for Mercury retrograde ending though, but there's still shadow, so don't get your hopes up too much because still gotta get through that shadow period.
I want to know when I'm going to have a birthday again that isn't during a retrograde or retrograde shadow.
I don't know. Not anytime soon, that's for sure.
Me, my Virgo Sun and Virgo Mercury are not doing well.
Anyway, let's see what the tarot card of the day has to tell us. Tarot time? Tarot time. Here we are for tarot time.
How we got to.
Oh, Spirit has much to tell us. More messages.
So first we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. This is very interesting with Mercury retrograde ending at this point in time. The Queen of Swords, whenever she's in the reverse, she is kind of cold-hearted, kind of done with everyone's BS, kind of cutthroat. You say the wrong thing to her, she will snap energy. But paired with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, it's because she's tired of everyone telling her she needs to grow and change and focus on stability and new hopes and new dreams and all these things because she's been watering her own garden for so long and she's tired. She's tired.
She's tired,
She's
period.
tired.
Interesting, interesting, interesting. Lots of stuff going on here. But as always, take that with a grain of salt. That may not completely apply to you, but just keep it in the back of your
Take what
brain
resonates, leave what doesn't.
and just go on about your life. Don't be commenting, that doesn't resonate with me. Well, Shoddy Bay, it was not going to. If you want to book a personal reading though with Elle, you can. No shame, no self promo. I mean, we do it anyway.
Chaotic
But yeah,
TikTok.
exactly. Don't fret if it's not resonating with you. That's all we gotta say. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok and subscribe in our YouTube channel and check us out next time for our next episode. Be well, stay blessed, and you'll be okay. Mercury retrograde is ending soon.
Bye guys.